Okay, so if you want to practice with the Google Slides puzzle, you can go back to that link, practice that at home. Today we're going to talk about antiderivatives where they give you more information. So remember, on Monday, we talked about an antiderivative being an entire family of functions, right? You add that plus c at the end because it's a whole family of functions that could be your answer, any c you want. In these antiderivatives, they're giving you this extra piece of information. They're saying f of 1 is 1. So that is going to help you find one particular solution. That's going to help you find out which particular value of c they're talking about. So you pretend like that doesn't exist. You find the antiderivative just as you did before with the rules that we have. And then once you have an antiderivative, you look for what is c going to be given this initial condition. So we call these like initial value problems. Okay, so we're going to do the antiderivative just as we did before. We're going to say f of x, capital F, is the antiderivative of this function. So I'm going to use the rules just as I did before. The antiderivative of x cubed is 1/4 x to the 4th. Add 1 to the power, divide by the new power. 1/4 x to the 4th minus 4 times. The antiderivative of x to the negative 2 is? Add 1 to the power is negative 1, divide by the new power. So x to the negative 1 divided by negative 1 minus the antiderivative of 4 is 4x, perfect, plus c. Okay, so this is my function f of x. I'm going to simplify it a little bit. 1/4 x to the 4th minus minus makes plus 4 over x, because x to the negative 1 is like x in the denominator, minus 4x plus c. Now I'm going to use this piece of information they gave me, this initial value, to determine what c has to be. Okay, so this says when you plug in 1 for x, it should spit out 1. So when you plug in 1 for all of these x's, your answer should be 1. The only thing you don't know is what is c going to be. So when you plug in 1 for x, you should spit out an answer of 1. So 1 equals 1/4 times 1 to the 4th plus 4 over 1 minus 4 times 1 plus c. Okay, 1 equals 1/4 times 1 to the 4th is 1/4 plus 4 minus 4 plus c. 1 is 1/4, yeah, plus c. 4 minus 4 goes away. I'm going to subtract 1/4 from both sides, and I get c equals 3/4. So my function is f of x equals 1/4 x to the 4th plus 4 over x minus 4 times x plus 3/4. So the process is exactly the same, except now they give you an initial value and say, find out what that c is. Okay, so there's one more step at the end now where they give you that initial value, you find out what that c is going to be. Okay, let's try again. This guy says, find your function f if f of 0 is 2, f prime of 0 is -4, and f double prime of x equals 1 plus x. Yeah. So I'm at the second derivative of the function, and I want to get back to where? To the original function, right? To get from the second derivative back to the original function, what do I have to do? Find the antiderivative 2 times. The first time I find the antiderivative, I'm going to get the derivative. The second time, I'm going to get the actual function. Each time I do that, I add a plus c, right? So when I find the first antiderivative, I'm going to get a plus c. I'm going to use the piece of information that I need to find out what that c is going to be. Then I'm going to do it all over again. I'm going to get another c, a new one, not necessarily the same as the first one. I'm going to use the other piece of information to find that c. Okay, let's try. So I'm going to start by saying the first derivative is the antiderivative of this guy. So the antiderivative of 1 plus x. Okay, what's the antiderivative of 1 plus x? Antiderivative of 1 is x.
Plus 1/2 x.
Yeah, remember x is just x to the 1. So add 1 to the power, divide by the new power,
Plus C.
plus c. Okay, what am I going to use to find out what this c is going to be?
Plug in 0 for x and then
Yeah, I'm going to use this one because this piece of information tells me about the first derivative. Yeah, this says when I plug 0 into the first derivative, it spits out a -4. So I'm going to plug 0 in for all the x's. It's going to spit out a -4. -4 is 0 plus 1/2 times 0 squared plus c. Okay, 0 and 0 are 0. So c equals -4. So my first derivative is x plus 1/2 x squared minus 4. Am I done? No, because I need the function, right? So how do I get to the function?
do it all over.
Same exact process, all over again. Find the antiderivative, because remember, I'm at the derivative. I want to get back to the original function. So I'm going to do the antiderivative. Use my information to find out what that c is going to be. It's important that you add c at each step and don't try to wait until the very end to find your c, okay? So f of x is the antiderivative of f prime, which is the antiderivative of x plus 1/2 x squared minus 4. Okay, antiderivative of x? 1/2 x squared plus 1/2 times antiderivative of x cubed.
No. 1/4.
Add 1 to the power, divide by the new power, yeah? Minus antiderivative of 4x plus c. You can call it c again because you use it up, right? If it's going to confuse you, then call it something else. Call it d or call it, c2 or something, right? But
It was 1/6. You put x to the third. Yeah, it's x to the third.
go back. I wrote down 3 instead of 2. So this is 2. These are 3s. 3, 3. Okay, now I need a new page.
Well,
Let's see if I can do it. Insert pages, page break. It's fine. Okay, so f of x is 1/2 x squared plus 1/6 x to the third minus 4x plus c. I have to use my piece of information to find out what c is going to be. Let me go look for my piece of information. He's here. F of 0 is 2. So when I plug 0 in for x, it's going to spit out a 2. So when I plug 0 in for x, it spits out 2. So that tells me that c is 2. So in the end, my function is 1/2 x squared plus 1/6 x cubed minus 4x plus 2. Then they might say to you, find f of 5, right? Then you might have to plug 5 in to your function. So okay, Friday we do applications. So we're gonna do velocity, acceleration, position. And then you have homework due Friday and quizzes are due Monday. See you Friday. Oh, I will not be in the AEC today. My kids don't have school today. It is what it is. The digital learning day. They're all at home. I know, right?